Now, we've all heard the saying, if you can believe it, then you can achieve it. But I'm here to say that there is another phrase that is even more accurate and even more precise, that if you can grasp the weight of what it means, you will find yourself swiftly on your way to the achievement of your goals in a pace you would have never believed before. Now, we know this is true. You can achieve anything if you can believe it. You can believe anything. If you can believe anything, you can achieve it. But what I'm here to say to you is, if you can feel it, then you can achieve it. See, when you say, if you can believe it, that's like, you believe it can happen. But if I say, if you can feel it, that means you feel that it's already here. You feel like it's already done. Then you can achieve it. You may have a goal to become a millionaire, and you may even believe it's possible for you to become a millionaire and still not become one. But if you can feel like a millionaire, you can achieve that goal of being a millionaire. Because everything within the feeling of being a millionaire has everything it needs to create that result physically. Our subconscious mind is very powerful. And even saying very powerful is not enough to do it justice to explain how much your subconscious mind controls your life. When you look at a TV screen, TVs are made up of millions of pixels. Pixels are very, very tiny squares that are one of three colors: red, green, or yellow. And these colors make up an array in an organization of different ways that produces an image on the screen. So we have to thank these little tiny squares for making these beautiful images on our TVs. If I were to represent to you right now the amount of information your conscious mind interprets, I can represent it in only 40 pixels on a TV screen. And if I were to represent the amount of information your subconscious mind processes, it would be 4 million. Your subconscious mind is processing so much information that you couldn't even possibly comprehend it. In fact, if you started to become conscious of all the different things your subconscious is processing, you would literally go raving mad. So when you understand that your life is a product of the ideas that are impressed and planted and embedded in your subconscious mind, when you understand that that's the case, then you then realize that, no, I need to put some new ideas in my subconscious mind so I can be moving in the direction of where I want to go on a subconscious level. See, it's very likely you understand that, right? You've probably read one of the massive giant books that we have at our disposal, Think and Grow Rich, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Even books like Maxwell Maltz, Psycho-Cybernetics, right? The plastic surgeon who discovered how the self-image impacts the way somebody, even if their faces change to be beautiful, if their self-image isn't on the same level, right, they'll get negative results. So you might be aware of all these things, right? Yes, I need to impress my subconscious. But the question is, how do I get it done? How do I do it? We know that it's about feeling, because the subconscious mind speaks one language, and that language it speaks is feeling. And when you feel an emotion, the subconscious mind interprets that feeling as a fact existing within itself. And it goes on to reproduce that feeling as a physical fact. Our subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between something that we're vividly imagining and something that we're actually experiencing. This is why case study after case study, we find that people who imagine different things, like imagine flexing their arms, experience an increase in muscle value, even if they haven't even lifted a weight. This explains the placebo effect. A person takes a pill that's made out of sugar. The doctor told them, there's nothing else we can do for you, but I can give you this experimental drug that hasn't been used on humans, but it has a 99% effective rate on animals. Would you like us to use it? And this person, in their faith in the doctor, takes this drug, but the doctor has been allowed to give them a placebo. So the person believes that this is some experimental drug that has 99% positive effect on animals, thinking it will happen to them, and it's their belief that shifts what happens to them. So this is all well said and good. It's about the feeling. It's not if you can believe it, you can achieve it, because you can still believe it and not achieve it. If you can feel it, you will achieve it. Because to live in the feeling that you already have what you want is to impress the subconscious mind with that idea. And that idea, just being like a seed, must be replicated and reproduced in the garden of your life. And if you're having a hard time believing this, take the next day to look how everything in your life is connected with your patterns of thinking. Everything in your life is a result of the patterns of thinking that you have. And if you can change the patterns of thinking, you can change your life. Because just like Dr. Joe Dispenza says, your personality creates your personal reality. And if you can change those thoughts, you can change your personal reality. But in order to do that, you need to change what you feel. If you can feel it, you can achieve it. Now, if you're at the point where you understand what I'm saying, you're like, all right, what do I do next? I recommend going on my YouTube channel and looking up for one of the videos where I talk about meaning. Because meaning equals emotion. And if you can determine what something means to you, you've simultaneously found the emotion, which means you can use that emotional meaning to reproduce a feeling at any moment. And if you do this in a deep meditative state, well then your subconscious mind will be impressed with that feeling, which means it would have to be expressed in your life. In the link in the description, there is a group invitation for you. This group called Deep Dive, the Manifesting Strategy for Big Thinkers. If that sounds like something that'd be interesting to you, go ahead and click that link. Go and send a request to join this group, because it's something I just started just this last week. Just getting it up and running, but I'm putting this community together because this idea of emotional meaning, diving deep into the meaning behind your goals, is so powerful. And it's much easier to find this emotional meaning when you're doing coaching, but I want to create a space and a platform where I get people excited about figuring this out themselves, right? I want to get people excited about journaling. I want to get people excited about studying themselves, getting a degree in you-ology, right? The study of you. So if that sounds exciting to you, go ahead, click on the link, Deep Dive, the Manifesting Strategy for Big Thinkers. It's a Facebook group, and you get access to the weekly events that I do, the virtual events. You've been hearing me talk about these events on my YouTube channel, but now you'll have access to them, because before they were only on Mind Valley, but now I'm opening it up to the public again. With that being said, it's been a pleasure spending these last 9 minutes